Now to round it out, again, nothing too serious.
What?
Very,
Dog, what?
but very wild. If you haven't seen this interesting referral,
Dog,
uh,
it's too late for this shit.
have you ever fallen in love with a step family member?
Yo.
Are you currently navigating a romantic relationship with your step sibling or step parent? Exit 4 has teamed up. I'm assuming Exit 4 is like the company. Exit 4 has teamed up with a major television network and is searching for step family members in a committed relationship. Step siblings, step moms, step dads, or someone else in a relationship within this step family.
No.
Wait, I'm
You
sorry
want-
to cut you off,
Yeah.
but they specifically want relationships between a stepmother, stepfather, and the child. Wouldn't that be like that's automatically cheating, right? Like by default. So
First of all, well, technically it could be like a quote unquote ex step person, but
I
that's
guess
that's
I thought you were
interesting.
gonna say polyamory for a second. That would be absurd. But sorry, continue.
We want profile real. We want to profile real people to show show what it takes to have a successful relationship. Having a successful relationship with your step anything is crazy. Now casting $300 referral. Yeah, $300. if you refer someone who fit the description in an interview for the show. I actually didn't. What are the other things of this? I actually didn't.
Desperate, dude.
What are the other? I didn't even.
These dating shows are desperate.
If you know someone who has a compelling story interesting in sharing, please email casting whatever referral, and then you get $300. You do a Zoom. Is it? This one's getting a little. I don't know what's going on here. Is your sibling your biological sibling? Did you grow up?
This ain't real, man.
No, it is. It is real, but
this part is your sibling your biological child?
This is insane.
It's getting. This one's getting a little weird. I don't like. I don't like this. I don't like. Go get
like a Tyler Perry movie with this freaking plot. With
I don't like. I don't like the. I don't even want to think about how you end up with the sibling daughter. I don't want that. Anyway, I say all that to say, in this absurdity. Maybe this is just like the what the F headline of the week. Yeah, I mean, what do you even think when you first see something like this?
What are we supposed to take away from this? That's what's.
Well, I was just gonna ask. Is anything that's not too philosophical? It's nothing to go crazy about. But or maybe it is something to go crazy about. Maybe you want to stop this. Do y'all think that reality TV is going too far for the stories that they're trying to show, or conversely, do you think that, while this is the most insane thing you might have ever read for a reality TV show, do you think it is important for TV to be authentic, to be super real, and showcase, expose, and broadcast the type of stories that people go through? What do you think, Ace?
Good framing.
Sorry.
Should these stories be told?
He got you.
Given
this
that,
is so funny. How the hell is this like a legit question and topic? It's framed pretty reasonably.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to take the unfathomable.
This is really enriching everyone who's watching this podcast, I'm sure.
Hey man, we're here to talk. I mean, it's broader than. If I'm going to be serious with it, it's way broader than this stupid ass referral. It is about like the fact that I don't know if y'all consume reality TV show in any recent times, but sometimes you'll be watching something that are just like, why are these people even participating? Like, even, I mean, there's always been kind of wild when they had cheaters. Like, why would you go on a show to broadcast the fact that you think your partner is committing infidelity or some other relationship? I'm sure even like at one point in time, I'll be transparent. I love 90 Day Fiance and its adjacent spinoffs. I think there's probably even a point in time where somebody was looking at like, why would people that are in a K1 visa relationship going on TV and showcasing what they're going through? So I think it's kind of interesting. Like, is there a too far one? And obviously, we know there is a quote unquote too far. But do you think something like this, and maybe in this realm, are too far, or do you think
How far is too far?
or do you think for all intents and purposes, if people have stories to share, then they should be broadcasted?
Okay. I like generally my thoughts on reality TV are that it is an pretty much an absolute waste of time and like a rot of your brain.
We just gotta find a reality TV show that you really like. That's all that says to
No,
me.
no, no. I liked 90 Day Fiance, but like it's kind of crazy how you can just keep watching it and it just become this mindless thing you do and almost like out of habit and like
To be
it's
fair,
like what
when I
is
watch
the
rap,
actual
to be fair, when I watch 90 Fiance in reality TV, I'd be dissecting the hell out of it. I'd be like, oh, so this is what happens when you bring somebody over from this country and you have to integrate them with your family, but your family doesn't like them. So what do? Sorry, that's just me.
I mean, yeah, but it's like it's kind of goofy. A lot of it feels staged. It's just
Facts.
it's not, yeah. And that's probably the thing. Like it's not really reality.
So would it be better if it was reality?
That's
I'm
what I'm
sure.
thinking. Like now
They said they want real people with real relationships.
that's where I'm struggling is that I at the same time that I kind of have this immense disdain for quote unquote reality TV, which is not reality, I do or um I do think there's a value in like, documentaries, for example. Um
You'd watch the step sibling documentary.
that's where I don't know if there's any value in it though, but what do I the question I have for myself is where do I draw the line or do like start to define something as valuable, because there are like there's stuff that there's documentaries and stuff that I've um watched that I'm sure inherently didn't change anything or add value to my life in any real meaningful way. So for me to judge something like a actual uh like genuine reality story like this compared to something that I enjoyed that really didn't add any actual value to my life or whatever.
Entertainment's not
I don't
value.
know how. I guess entertainment for entertainment's sake can be considered valuable, but I don't know. Either way, my problem is I don't I don't know how I would inherently just write this off.
Hmm. So you're saying it might serve some purpose, even if it's so outlandish.
Yeah, but I guess the one thing I can say is at the same time it would have to be done in a way where it's like this isn't just some frivolous topic that you just bandy about like like it's completely meaningless. Like they're talking about stepmoms and stepdad, like that type of stuff. You're talking about grooming and like potential child.
Well, I'm pretty sure they have a probably well, it's probably one of the clauses in the thing. Everyone has to be of like.
No, I'm not even saying that it's that like when they come on the show they would be of too young or whatever. I'm saying the way that type of stuff starts
Oh,
is could be considered grooming and whatever else. Like you don't that you're getting into some very
it's
very shady
pushing.
territory.
Yeah, the circumstances around some of these relationships could fall into some
Exactly.
situations that we yeah.
Exactly. When you start talking about youth, like
Well,
I mean, not even in specifically, but these are when it's family members, you're inherently starting to imply youth, and that is where it just
you're not necessarily because like substance doesn't imply like y'all are.
it does to me. I mean, I well, I guess your parent could marry
Yeah,
get married,
if
get
you're
divorced
grown
and
as an
married
adult and
in
your
older
parent
age.
remarries,
Yeah, yeah,
you have a step person. They can have grown as an adult too.
yeah. So it's not inherent, but at the same time, it is much. I would say, in my mind, it would be much more common for it to be something that starts when you're like a relationship that starts
When
when
people are
you're
younger.
young. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that, but I do believe that when most people, or when a lot of people hear that, that is probably where their mind goes. Especially when it comes to the step parent
Exactly.
relationships, depending on like how long people have been in each other's lives. Um, yeah. Which again, maybe you could say like if some of these things were brought to light, then maybe we could like start to reel it in. But
True.
but
True.
I just
But
I think
the way you
you
have
don't
to
have to do that in
handle
front
it
of
is
T. You don't have to
not.
do yeah. You have to, that's yeah. Yeah. Hey, maybe they can get somebody like you to host the show. I'm sure you could you could
I am
you
not
could
qualified
you could
at
clean this
all.
up,
I'm not qualified.
clean this shit right up.
I
Um.
can't.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I know you're ready to dismiss this out the park, Ghost. But what do you make of this? Are you not here for real stories, real people, real situations? We get. What do you want? You want TV to be all like scripted? Sorry, I don't know why I'm framing like that. What do you think?
Right. To tone down the hating, my end. I think there is a place for reality TV. I wouldn't call
Okay,
it
good start.
healthy. I think I think the real point of reality TV and where it can have some good is that it's obviously entertainment. It's obviously like pretty trashy, but you watch it, you look at it, you be like, "Damn, look at these crazy people. Glad I'm not like that." Or,
Yeah.
"Damn, look at these people. I hope I never become that." And it gives you an ideal of what not to be like or what not to do.
Y'all ever see that show Hoarders? Holy moly!
Yeah,
Sorry,
like when I see stuff like that, when I see what's our boy's name? Timmy? Was it Timmy? No.
Skippy.
Tippy. Yeah.
Skippy.
Skippy, yeah.
I don't know if he had his. I don't know if he had his own show or if he was on a show. What show was he on? Sorry, keep
I
going.
don't know if he was I don't know if it was an actual show, but it like that he owned or whatever. But either way, um, you see that you be like, damn. I hope I'm not like that. And like we were talking about earlier with the bullying works. Well, this isn't exactly bullying, but it's like I could be like this one day, and you try to better yourself so you're not. So I think there is some good in reality TV, but stuff like this, like there's a line that you
Okay,
can't cross, and
so
this just comes off as like super inappropriate, fetishy, like Ace is saying, like the locations of grooming. Like we don't need to be seeing this. Like it's like what's the okay? They're doing this. What's to stop them from going all the way and saying, "Oh, full incest"? Like
hey yo,
it's too much. I didn't start this shit. They started it, not me.
um,
Yeah. So
so you're saying there's a threshold at some point we gotta like reel it in or else you get too crazy.
yeah.
Um, yeah. No man, like we live in America. Don't y'all believe that everybody should be able to? Well, not everybody, but like people should be able to express their story, their real lives.
How they
Damn.
can express it, but I don't want to see that shit.
Well, no one's here. No one's nowhere in any of this. We're saying, do you have to consume it? But I mean, should it be allowed on TV? Um,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it sucks, but you are gonna right. It's like some of this, and I think a lot of people inherently, when they look at it, they do think like what are the ages of these people? Like, how did these relationships start? Um, I think for research purposes, I might tune in if they actually do end up making the show. But, um, yeah, I mean, I definitely when I saw this, I was inherently a bit surprised, but then I instantly like took a step back and I'm like, well, I mean, I feel as if, and this is something. Sometimes when I even watch some, when I even like, I don't necessarily watch a whole bunch of reality TV shows, but when I see reality TV shows in general, I feel as if they always have to like try to like do the next thing extreme. Like, you know, they have like shows about like kind of on the similar vein of the Skippy or whatever. People get into relationships that are like have never been in a real relationship and they're like 4 years old. Like those people navigating relationships. Then you get to like pe- people who are like 600 pounds trying to get into a relationship, and you just kind of keep on like pushing the boundaries of what would be like entertaining. Because I think fundamentally, or not fundamentally, but the crazy thing is, even though we're looking at this like, what the hell? I think this is the type of show that would have massive amount of viewership, unless they were doing some like weird shit on there, and then then they would get a lot of backlash for it. So I guess it's like you were saying, it depends on how they actually go about it.
Yeah.
And going based off this, I mean, maybe this is just like typical of how you go about referrals and casting, but this doesn't seem like they're going to like have like a registered therapist or psychologist on standby to help people navigate through things. This seems like they bosses to just have cameras in people's faces, like inside people's homes, all up in their business. Like, yeah. So how did you start off with this relationship? You know, something about my stepson just I couldn't keep my eyes off of him.
God.
I want to be clear
It's
too.
too
Like
much.
the step parent
It's too
thing is
much.
just inherently wrong. Like I don't think there's any way you could spin that to be
Even if they're grown ass people.
no, because
Hell
the
no,
person was
no,
with your
no.
parent.
No.
Oh wow. I don't want to get into this, but you can't be with somebody's better than your parent.
No.
Even if it wasn't because of that, if at some point, no matter how short it was, they were in a semi-parental role to you because they were in relationship with your parent by default.
Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have
So
brought this
that
topic.
automatically makes it a no. Can't happen. Can't do it ever.
Well, this is late night, so nobody will ever hear this. Whatsoever.
Oh,
Why?
God.
Why is
I
that
don't know.
per se? Or is that just y'all gut reaction to
Which
that
one?
type?
What Ghost said?
Why can't you be with somebody that's been with your parents?
Come on, dog. That's like being with
Well,
somebody that been with your brother, or you like that's just that's
Or why can't you be with somebody that's been with
no.
your brother?
That's disgusting to me. That's disgusting to me.
So that's
I
a
don't want to
very
be with somebody
so,
that was.
so that's a whoa holy. We don't have to.
whoa,
First of all,
yeah.
hold on. Let's. I know where our brains are going, but let's still be friendly or friendly here. But so you're saying this is like a personal thing, or would you like if somebody came to you like, hey, I'm kind of attracted to this girl that's been with my brother, you'd be like, I don't know about that. You slow down on that.
Wait, what say it again?
Are you saying this is a more personal thing, like you specifically, or do you think that people in general probably should try not to interact with people that's been with people that are close to them in their family or whatever the case?
I guess
'Cause
it
I
is
mean-
personal. I guess it is.
Isn't there like a scripture about?
There is a scripture about this stuff.
We've talked about that, and we don't got to get into that because I don't know if any of us wholesale subscribe to that.
Yeah,
Not to say that was wrong for that time, but whatever the case may be. Sorry.
yeah, about the step parent for sure. But yeah, I guess you could say it's personal.
Okay. And do you agree, Ghost? I really want to shrug this really lightly, or not at all.
No, I don't agree. I fully endorse it. No.
I'm just saying, like, is it I think we all, to some degree, feel this to be true. Like, no, you don't interact with somebody that's been with somebody in your family. But I'm just curious to know if this is like you agree with this, or do you think people should in general?
All right, so I guess there's multiple levels to it. On the first level, if it's a long-term relationship, no matter the levels that they got to, I'm not.
What's long term?
I don't know. I'm not trying to put a specific length on it. I guess the seriousness is really what matters. I should specify. So it's not even about just the logistics of if they've actually slept together, but just like in general, if you or if a family member was close to this person, and I'm not going to say it went full on marriage, but again, they were super close to them. Didn't end well. Just off the principle, there we go. The principle
Okay,
again,
now we're
but
getting something. Yeah, 'cause if they ended a
I'm
relationship, then they probably had some type of falling out. Okay.
yeah. It's even if there wasn't a falling, it's just it's kind of a thing where there's not really like a valid explanation or reason for it. Because in theory, it's like the relationship's over, so you shouldn't have to deal with it again. But it's just wrong because
Oh, and you are keeping that person in your life, in that person's life, actually.
yeah, that's another thing. So that's one aspect of it. If it's like a short term fling, like I don't know, like a blind date or something, and they didn't hit it off, I think that's different. I'm still not gonna full on endorse it, but if this person is the one,
The one.
yeah, if you really find a connection with them, I think it should come with you should definitely let the other person, the previous family member, know.
I mean, they're
But
gonna
if
find out
it's
eventually.
yeah, but don't make it a surprise. Invite them to the family reunion. Oh, what are you doing here? Yeah, still shaky territory, but it's still more valid than if they were actually in a relationship. And like if it's a parental thing, like if it's something someone your parents been with, it's just that's kind of like the cutoff. Like you can't do it. You just can't.
You guys keep saying you can, but no logical justification for why you shouldn't. Outside of
I
this,
mean, you
like,
don't.
morality thing.
It's not even morality. Like, if you, the fact that when I start to say it, you guys flip out, kind of shows that it's not just a me thing.
Well, I could flip out. People will flip out like about a million and one things. That doesn't mean it's like an in general like rule or something people should like adhere to.
Yeah, it's if I was gonna put an
Yeah, but
actual
you,
explanation on it, it's like if you're with someone, if you get with someone, they could theoretically, or I'm hoping that they would be your friend in some capacity. They're your peer. If you're getting with someone that was previously with your parents, a step parent, or especially like that's not your peer. That's literally I don't want to say an authority figure, but
I mean,
it's like
not if you were a grown ass person at the time.
at the time of
At the
when
time
you're
of when,
trying to,
at the time of
but
when
even
they're or when they were with your parents, because they wouldn't be an authority figure. They would just be the person that your parents with. Not just,
I don't
but
know. By default, I feel like if a parental figure is an authority figure in
I don't think so.
some aspects.
I
I mean,
don't.
I'm sure you don't think of every person that's. I don't want to get into us, but I'm sure you wouldn't think of somebody like. You think of your mom and your dad as your mom and dad, or that's the maybe you're like there's your quote unquote authoritative figure. You don't think of anyone else like just because they have some type
Yeah,
of
that's
relationship with your dad, mom and dad.
well. If they had a relationship and they again, I don't know, like it might not have been that far along, but at some point, like when if you dad's like, oh, this is XX, I've been seeing them. Like, there's gonna be you're not gonna look at them, excuse me, as your mother, but it's it's
And,
kind of like it's your
and to be clear, if
parent
that's
partner.
if
Like,
that's what you think, I'm not going to try to stop. I'm not going to try to block that. I will say I'll speak for me myself personally. If my mother ends up with somebody, I'm obviously going to give that brother all the respect in the world, but I'm not going to look at him as he is an authoritative figure to me. I really don't have any authoritative figures in my life,
I do agree with that.
but but
yeah.
that's a whole other that's a whole other how I view people. But yeah. Obviously, not even but you you're largely right. Ace. This is a thing that most people are like. I'm trying to make it seem like it's a maybe it's this. There are some people that would be cool with it. Most people would be like, they would feel naturally opposed to it. So yeah, you know what's interesting? You don't have to go back to that last slide, but it's how you get to that scenario, and this would make it wholly weird. If your parent has a child with your step parent, and then you try to end up with that parent, that step parent.
Dog, it's
Not-
so
Dog, what are these scenarios you're cooking up, bro?
And
Get
then-
out
and
the
then-
kitchen.
and then you got a brother's father or something like that.
This ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
Sorry, we'll wrap it up. The moral of the story is, yeah, bro, it's some weird shit that you see on TV these days, and because we are a human society and we like to progress and keep pushing the needle, you're gonna keep seeing some weird stuff. So at least if you consume this, then you won't be surprised when you see something weird on TV.
Getting into the old boy plot over here.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Jesus,
That's crazy.
That's a reference. Anyway, if there's nothing else, and I'm positive there is nothing else, we can wrap it up.